Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be looking at 10 funny 007 gadgets in James Bond movies. Now if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe with post notifications on so you don't miss any of the future videos. And now let's go into our list, starting with number 10, the cigarette gun. Now we all know that smoking kills, but for James Bond that comes in a different form. This gadget, even though cool looking, is a bit funny. After looking for some guns from the gun seller, the seller shows him a cigarette gun. This gun functions like a normal cigarette, lighting it up and then pointing into the target. Now even though James Bond makes it look extremely cool, you really wouldn't like to die from a cigarette gun. Number 9. The spiked umbrella. The Roger Moore era Bond films went big on gadgetry, and this one was no exception. While strolling through Q's amazing laboratory, 007 witnessed the spiked umbrella in action. It resembles your everyday umbrella until activated, which is when deadly spikes emerge from the edges. Honestly, it looks like something from a horror movie, and James Bond never used it, so they wouldn't have the R rating. But even though it looks terrifying, it is also kinda funny, and that's why it takes number 9 spot on our list. Number 8, the bagpipe flamethrower. This gadget was introduced in the film The World Is Not Enough in 1999, and the actor who played James Bond was Pierce Brosnan. But you might see the words bagpipe flamethrower and think this James Bond invention came straight out of Sean Connery's head. And even though it would be satisfying to see him using this gadget in the movie, that wasn't the case. As for the gadget, the name says it all, though this 007 gadget also functions as a machine gun. Like the spiked umbrella, it was never used in the field, but in the Q's laboratory. Now if we imagine these bagpipe flamethrowers in any of the movies, it would look absolutely funny. For example, like in Braveheart with Mel Gibson, bagpipe flamethrowers have to become a thing, because we personally love them. Number 7, X-ray glasses. When James Bond throws on a pair of these polarizing sunglasses, he is granted the power of X-ray vision. Keeping it strictly business, he uses them to check for concealed weapons. These are actually the second pair of X-ray specs to appear in the franchise, whereas Roger Moore used a similar invention to peer through tinted glass in 1985's A View to Kill. Now listen, these ones aren't as funny, but the funny part we liked is how it was used, and that is probably most likely how every guy in the world would use it. Pierce Brosnan's X-ray glasses in The World Is Not Enough takes our number 7 spot. Number 6, the interrogation couch. Now listen, everyone likes to wind down on their couch while watching a favorite movie or TV series, and all you need from your couch to be is very comfortable. But that is not the case with the interrogation couch. This couch has been shown during James Bond's trip to Q's laboratory. Q shows him this couch that literally eats people. Once it captures its target, all you have to do is sit on it. Honestly, thinking about it, it is a pretty cool device, and I am pretty sad that they never used it in the movie. But either way, it is a funny gadget and a very dangerous one, and I wouldn't like to be trapped in it. Number 5, the ghetto blaster. Now this one is a funny one. Q's laboratory is always the place where you can find the most funniest and also innovative gadgets for James Bond. And we can see that in The Living Daylights when Timothy Dalton is going through the workshop as a classic Bond movie ritual. They hear some extra tasty guitar licks and synth drumming coming from the far corner. Then we can see a person carrying a boombox. Q explains to James Bond that it's called the ghetto blaster, and that is exactly what it does. By pressing a button, it opens up and fires a rocket. Q explains to James Bond that that is something they are making for the Americans, and that the name of the device is truly a ghetto blaster. Now boomboxes are long gone, but this kinda gives a nostalgic feel to a time when they were extra cool. Number 4, the jetpack. This jetpack was introduced in Thunderball in 1965, and as iconic as the Aston Martin DB5 may be, when you say James Bond gadget, there is one image that comes to every James Bond fan. and that is Sean Connery escaping a French chateau on a jetpack. This might be the best James Bond gadget because it comes out of nowhere and is somewhat comical yet still within the realm of possibility. Now, even though it looks extremely comical in this age, and I'm pretty much surprised how those guys didn't kill him, for 1965 this might have been the coolest thing. Also, a funny one-liner comes when he drops from the jetpack, when he says, "No well-dressed man should be without one." Honestly, this scene is so legendary, I can see it become a really funny meme. Number 3, the iceberg boat. Now, we all know from the previous gadgets that Roger Moore's James Bond was a bit over the top, but this one was an interesting one. After escaping his enemies, James Bond goes to an iceberg boat, and in it there is an attractive female. This might be one of the funniest vehicles James Bond uses, as it's not even realistic on how fast an iceberg would travel. But regardless, the iceberg boat or submarine is fully decked out with a sofa, ready for action. Number 2, the shark gun with explosive pellets. What this gadget does is once you shoot something, it will just start blowing up. For example, when James Bond shoots at this sofa, you can see this sofa starting to blow up. Now, as for the previous gadgets, most of them weren't used in James Bond movies, but this one was actually used, and that happened when James Bond was fighting Mr. Big. He uses these pellets to make Mr. Big blow up, really blow up, like a balloon, which makes this scene extremely funny. I mean, just look at the balloon. It doesn't even look like the guy he just fought. But regardless, this is one of the classic funny gadgets from James Bond movies. And now let's go for number 1. The Octopussy Crocodile Submarine. Yes, you heard me right. It is the Octopussy Crocodile Submarine. Something I didn't thought I will say today. But regardless, this device is hilarious. While James Bond tries to sneak into a palace that is heavily guarded, he uses his crocodile submarine gadget so he can pass the guards. Even though it is used for brief seconds, it is definitely a memorable one. And honestly, we gotta say it actually looks like a legit gadget. In comparison to the other stuff on our list, it definitely looks like something it could be used as a gadget. Even though we don't exactly know why is he peeking from it, this gadget is definitely a funny one. Now, we hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on, and let us know down in the comments what is the funniest gadget you've seen from James Bond movies. Also, let us know down in the comments what topic would you like to see next on the channel. We hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye bye.